So what we got going on here? We got a late episode of VAG. This is actually for the month of March 2018. I have a complicated work schedule, so 3 weeks I do one thing in the evenings, and then for 2 weeks I just work on the weekends. So it was one of the times where I was working just on the weekends, and I went with my woman to the kids' volleyball, right? And we dropped her off, and then we, had a little bit of time. It was just a practice. So we had a little bit of time, and we went, got some tacos, which is a good thing to do from time to time. And then we stopped at a thrift store, which I usually don't have great luck finding game stuff at a thrift store, but we did find a few things. Paid a little more for these than I would have liked, but they were in a box, so I was like, okay. I paid $6 for this boxed copy of Jungle Hunt on the 2600. But look at that artwork. Look at that guy. I don't know. I think this will look cool on the shelf. I don't think I have. Yeah, these are my first boxed 2600 games. So I guess they'll go over here. And then for $4, I got Pole Position. And they have all their manuals and inserts and stuff. And I thought, okay, a little more than I would have liked to pay, but I picked them up because I don't have any 2600 games in the box. But what I'm really excited about, and if you follow my Instagram, this is like the last Instagram I posted a while ago. We got this. So I had already done my walkthrough of the other store. There's like the St. Francis thrift store, and then on the other side they got the antiques, and they had just like some more toys and like, I don't know, just different kinds of stuff. And I'd already done my walkthrough, and I was waiting for my woman to do her walkthrough, and I turned around and I saw this Sega logo. And I was like, oh shit, can't believe I walked right by this. So I picked up this bad boy. How do we open this guy? Alright, so what we have here is a Sega Pico. It's a children's edutainment device. You got this stylus, which works on some sort of magnetic based system, because it doesn't, like, you can move the cursor without making direct contact, so it can tell where you're at, and then you can also draw stuff. Every one of the games, I believe, has a paint program on the last page. So I forget what the games are called. Game books, or I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Maybe if I'm feeling inspired, I'll put some text right here that tells you what these are called. But the software has a name. And I didn't see any other games for it. But you got a little release here, and it comes out. And there's a little cartridge. Insert it in here, and you slide it back. And then you open the page, and you get a different little mini game for each page. And this came out around the mid-90s, I believe. It was supported for a longer time in Japan. There's actually a Pokemon game that was released in Japan for this platform. And I believe there was a successor, like a Pico 2, or like, I don't know if it's like a slim version, or just if it has the same hardware or not. But this is in pretty excellent condition. Now, it did not have the it did not have a power cable with it, but if you take a look here at the side, I had a sneaking suspicion, used with the 2103 AC adapter only, I was pretty sure that that was a Sega Genesis adapter, and I have a shitload of Model 2 Sega Genesis adapters. So this system, its hardware is based on the Model 2 Sega Genesis. And then there's no proprietary video cables. There's just an RCA for video and mono audio. So I brought it home and I fired it up and it works just fine. And I'm guessing for this episode of VAG, because I'm so excited to have a new piece of Sega hardware added to my collection, I'm going to go the extra effort and we're going to cut over to some video of this thing in action. Yeah, so I'm not really sure how the Pocahontas game that came with it works, but we've taken a look at it. I might... There's a few cheap pieces of software for this thing on eBay. I might buy a couple just to look at, just to add to the collection. Because, you know, why wouldn't I start collecting for the Sega Pico? I wonder how many of these I've walked by and never thought anything of it. I guess there's a Sega label on it, but I don't know. It's kind of cool technology, I think. It's neat how the software changes as you flip the page of the book. I think it does it with these light sensors right here. If you can see right here, there are some, yeah, they look like infrared light sensors. That's kind of clever. So as you open the book, you reveal more and more of these sensors. So that's how it does it. Neat. So anyway, this is what I got last month. So far I have not picked up anything this month other than I've pulled the eBay trigger on Dragon Warrior 3, which I guess you'll probably see after this. Maybe. I'm not sure. Because I do have to go the extra mile and capture some gameplay footage with this bad boy. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, ask me questions about the Sega Pico. I would love to read the Wikipedia article and tell you the answer. What do we got here? A power switch. Yeah. I don't know. I was pretty excited to get this and add it to the collection. You don't see a lot of people talk. Well, if you look them up on YouTube, you'll see some people talking about these, but pretty cool addition to the collection, I think. I don't know. Yeah, leave some comments.